tongue ties run in my family. Both I and my brothers both have tongue ties. Their posterior tongue ties are not bad. They're nothing that my mother had revised. We were bottle fed for the most part, but they were on Sarah's radar to be looking for when our first child was born, when Maisie was born. And nobody at the hospital caught it, and Sarah didn't believe them, and so Stacy caught it.
When our daughter was born.
When our daughter was born.
But when our son was born, it was much simpler. The minute they put him on my chest, I looked down his little mouth and he opened his mouth to cry, and there was this big anterior tongue tie. We had waited 8 weeks with our first baby before getting the Frenectomy, and I didn't want to wait. So there was a pediatric plastic surgeon who was going to be coming by the hospital to take care of another patient, and we asked that he would come as well before we were discharged to have him release the tie, the anterior tongue tie as well as his upper lip tie. So the day after he was born, before we went home, that was done with scissors in the OR. It did help, but at the same time, it wasn't, his tongue didn't have the freedom of movement that I had expected. And so I knew that we had more work to do. Once we knew that we needed to have an additional revision, started thinking more about scar tissue and about other things that when you have multiple revisions can be more of a problem. And the laser Frenectomy is more precise, and it's also cleaner in terms of the scar tissue that remains. It typically heals sooner and more cleanly. So definitely the precision, we did not want to do this again. And the healing, we wanted it to be healing quickly so that he could learn easily and soon how to nurse effectively. I started looking more at the laser dentistry, and I found online that Dr. Wirtz does the laser Frenectomies here in the office.